I'm Miss Powell, and I'm a pre-K teacher at McRoberts. And this is my daughter Sawyer. She's a kindergarten teacher at McRoberts. And we just wanted to say a few things about Miss Baker and the wonderful things she does for our campus. She's always giving to our students and teachers. She buys things out of her pocket to facilitate games and encourage reading. She hosts book clubs for the staff. She's organized getting books into the hands of the entire campus and doing Zoom read-alouds. She's very innovative with her technology and her lessons. When my students come to her classroom, the library for library time, they really enjoy her stories because they're interactive. There's music. There's movement. Sawyer, what do you like about going to the library?
I like her papers.
What papers?
Color papers.
Oh, you like her different centers and stations she has? Mm-hmm. Yes, she also has centers set up around her library for students. She welcomes students in for recess when they don't like to go outside. She volunteers for the PTA even though her son is no longer a student on our campus. She is a part of our team leader meetings. I could go on and on. She does so much for this campus, and we are so grateful for her. And, I know she is outspoken. However, that's because she's an advocate. She's an advocate for her teachers. She's an advocate for her students and for herself. And our campus is a better place for having her with us. And so, Ms. Baker, even if you don't win Librarian of the Year, you are our #1 librarian, and there's no one else I would want to work in that library other than you and your partner, Ms. Calander. All right, good luck.
Hi, I'm a kindergarten teacher at McRoberts Elementary, and I truly believe that Ms. Baker is a perfect candidate for Librarian of the Year. Whenever we go in for lessons, she's always prepared. The kids love her lessons. They're so engaging. They're starting to love reading, and that is in big part due to Miss Baker. It's not only for the students that she goes above and beyond, but for the teachers. She's always wants to make the library inviting for us. In her break room, she keeps it stocked with little snacks and treats. We love coming into the library to just visit. It builds camaraderie. It helps us get closer to Ms. Baker, and she's a whiz at technology. If you need help, she's the one to go to for technology. And she always goes above and beyond. She creates apps. If anybody needs anything from administration to teaching, technology-wise, they'll go to Ms. Baker. And she just does a little bit of everything, and she's great at everything. So I sure hope that she is the Katy ISD Librarian of the Year. Thanks so much.
The biggest thing that has stood out to me this year is the way she is with our own students. This is the very first year I have my own staff kid in her care while I finish my afternoon dismissal duties. He's typically very shy and attached to my hip. When I come to get him, he always wants to stay longer in the library. She makes the library so much fun that students want to stay longer after a long day of school. As a mother and a teacher, this truly warms my heart to a whole other level. All the students respond to her so well and so warmly. I personally and professionally give my vote for Miss Anna Baker to win Librarian of the Year.
Hello, Miss Baker. We are not surprised that you were nominated. We are so proud of you.
Yes, we are. Thank you for everything you do for us, to the whole school, to the teacher, and especially to the kids. You are a big value to this school. Thank you very much for everything you do. You well deserve it.
Yes, Miss Baker.
Everybody love you.
Woo, we love you.
Miss Baker is invaluable to our campus. My students always love to visit her on library days. She is direct and thorough with her teaching and expectations. Miss Baker's contributions to the campus are impactful. She has created apps and databases that help make our teacher lives easier. She offers snacks and treats and games for us just because, and she's always looking for new ways to help teachers. She engages with us to see what help we might need and aims to make sure the lessons she provides our students are beneficial to them. Ms. Baker is forward-thinking in many ways. She uses technology to increase student interest in reading and to keep learning fun. She does this for all grade levels on our campus. She shows teachers apps and ways to use technology in our classroom to help us manage student learning as well. We are very fortunate to have Ms. Baker, and I believe she's an ideal candidate for Librarian of the Year. Thank you.
Mrs. Baker, Mrs. Anna Baker. She has shown to be a very active leader on our campus. Being around Mrs. Baker makes you feel a sense of purpose for whatever has to be done, because she is one that will fulfill that purpose for you. She has shown great leadership through technology for helping the students and for helping her coworkers. In the classroom, if something goes wrong with the student's iPad, can I go to Miss Baker so she can fix it? And I said, yes, go to Miss Baker so that she can fix it. Mrs. Baker, she has shown that she believes in school environment where every student matters and every staff member is valued. When there is a need for additional help for after-school tutorial, Mrs. Baker is one that will volunteer. I've seen her do it over and over again. She keeps her coworkers motivated. She keeps little snacks and coffee and everything else that a teacher might need to fulfill their works for the day. You just come through and you get it. It's Miss Baker. And I've heard before that there are 3 C's to leadership: competent, commitment, and strong will and character. That is Mrs. Baker. Mrs. Baker is one that stands her grounds regardless to what it is that's going on. Some will like it and some will not like it. Since I've met her, she has impressed me to the fullest because she reminds me of myself. And finally, something that's very difficult for many people to do, and that is to give constructive criticism. She will give it for the good of whomever it is that can receive it. Now, if that's not a sign of good leadership, there is no good leadership. Mrs. Anna Baker.
I love